What's good, Fight World? Still Mills checking back in with y'all, man. Man, oh my God, we got to talk about Wilder, dude. Man, I ain't never seen nobody take a loss this bad, bro. Ever, ever. How do you send a shot and then play the victim when the shot is returned? That man has spent months decimating Mark Breland's character. Months, months, months. And you got the nerve to feel some type of way when he responds, when he goes to defend himself. That's come on, man. Come on, man. I just listened to the interview he did with 78 Sports, and I'm like, oh my God. This is sad, dude. This is sad, for real, man. Wow. And it's actually a lot of nerve and audacity. You know, he's supposed to just sit back and take all the verbal assault you throwing on him, but the minute he responds, he jealous of you. Like, nah, bro, you got this one completely wrong, completely wrong. That ain't jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's human nature. That's human emotion. He's defending himself. I mean, oh my God, man. I didn't. When Tyson Fury said dude might need help from a mental standpoint, I shrugged that off. I'm like, man, he ain't on it like that. You know what I'm saying? He can't be. It's a L. He took a L. He'll bounce back. He'll be all right. I don't think his mental health is as is in a questionable position. But after this, after listening to this interview, I'm like, bro, might be onto something because this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous, man. I mean, jealous, bro. I mean, no man who wishes on your downfall is crying outside of your locker room because you won't let him in the locker room after the fight is over. That isn't jealousy, bro. That's, a man being genuinely concerned of a dude that he helped grow as a fighter. He didn't help you grow, but your career. I'm flabbergasted right now at all this going on. Cause I was listening to, I went and looked up Spencer's channel. Spence, how you pronounce his name? The brother from the UK, Jamaican brother from the UK. I went and I was listening to what he had to say about it in his interview and everything. And Mark Breland is right. He's 150% right. I mean, I've heard before that you don't train any, you don't spar, you don't do the hard, you don't take the hard road to success. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got fed the opponents you got fed. No hard sparring. You'll cut out of camp early. You'll leave the gym early. You know, and it was cool until Ortiz really showed that. You know what I'm saying? You're lacking discipline as far as training and perfecting your craft. You was just able to get him up out of there, and kudos to you for doing that. I'm never gonna take that victory away from you. I'm not. I think Luis Ortiz is a far more technically sound and better boxer than you, but you got him up out of there. You get kudos for that shit. Even with Fury, you floored him twice. You get all the credit in the world for that. You didn't win the fight. That wasn't no draw. You know that. You dig what I'm saying? But what you do in training is going to come to the light when the bright lights is on. It's going to come to the light. So if you cutting out early in camp, You don't want to spar hard. You don't want real hard sparring. All of that is gonna surface when the bright lights is on, and when you step up in competition, there you go. So I mean, you don't have a jab. Your resume is trash, bro. It's basura. That's a fact. That's there's no lies told. There's no lies told about what that man said. But I'm really just tripping off of this jealousy thing. Even the tweet you said, I hope it was somebody with a, with one of them. I don't know how these cats do that. I'm not tech savvy or nothing like that with the Twitter and everything. They could create a Twitter account with with a celebrity's name and just say some bullshit. I really hope that was a fake account, because if that was you who really made that tweet, bro, whew, that is delusional. That is delusional. What you said in that tweet? Yikes. You were completely dismissive of what you did to this man's career. Everything that you have said can sully his name as a trainer. Wouldn't nobody want to, you know, they wouldn't want to be attached to somebody who's, corrupted like that in the sport. They wouldn't want to be, they don't, nah, I can't fuck with you. You really try to turn that man to Panama Lewis. That's what you did. You have tried to turn that man into Panama Lewis. And he's just supposed to sit back and take it, fam. Like, come on, man. You know you was wrong for that. You wrong as two left feet. You wrong as two left feet. I understand you being mad that he threw the towel in, but bro, I mean, shit, you know how many fighters we lost in 2019. But that was a bad year for boxing, bro. Every other month you was reading about some dude getting killed in the ring, dying as a result of what took place in the ring. That man cared about you. All this wanting to kill people in the ring and all that, man. Like, man, come on, man. That ain't at the end of the. You mean to tell me? And this is what a lot of the wild edges just, they disregard. You mean to tell me you want to be in a position of making a son mourn for the loss of his father? As pivotal as a role a man plays in his son's life. You want to be the reason a son, some adolescent boy is no longer going to see their daddy. Go ask Sergey Kovalev. Go watch the Sergey Kovalev doc. They did a little documentary on him, and look at the psychological trauma he went through when he killed that man in the ring. He can't even perform in Russia like he performed everywhere else because of what transpired in Russia, his home country. And you want to experience that? You want to experience what it's like for a nigga to take their last breath at you, because of you. That's some sick and twisted shit, man. I mean, it's a sport. It's a possibility it can happen, most definitely, man. I mean, even a fight in the street could result in your death, man. But to aim for that and really speaking, you the same nigga who be talking about speak it, believe it, receive it. That's the route That's the route you want to take that route. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what be going on in your head, G, but god damn, that ain't the move. That ain't the move. Nigga, you mad at him because he threw in the towel, bro. You got a wife and kids. As beautiful as your wife is, you don't want no man touching that. You want to go home to that woman. And you want your kids to be able to see you grow old. You want to become a grandfather. Why are you talking this goofy shit? I don't get it, man. And none of your fans are really, criticizing you for that. If you want to go in the ring and catch a body, my nigga, I mean, shit, go, go join the motherfucking army or something, bro. This is sport. This is sport. It's a brutal and violent sport, yeah. But man, we trying to get up and shake hands after that last bell ring, Or if not, shake hands. Just you just go your way, like like Bud and Benavidez. They don't like each other. They wasn't trying to kill each other though. They was trying to crash one another. I'm trying to beat this nigga the fuck up. That's what you're supposed to do in a sport, not kill. You know, so I don't know, man. Just just your mind frame is just a motherfucker, man. A motherfucker. Nobody who is jealous of you wants to save your life. That man saved your life, or your career at least. If you would have went 12 rounds taking the punishment that you was taking, you would have been punch drunk. I guarantee you that. You had nothing in that fight. Nothing. You would have been shot. You would have been the definition of a shot fighter. Beat up, punch drunk. Like you know you don't have the tools it takes to get out of the way of punches. So imagine a full 12 rounds of that. Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. Nobody who was jealous of you or is preying on your downfall is about to sit outside your dressing room crying because you won't let him in to help console you in your time of need. Nobody is gonna do that. That man ain't jealous of you. Fuck. This dude is a trip, man, and just y'all just keep y'all just keep enabling the brother. Sometimes you got to tell a nigga, man, look, this is on you, bro. You need to do some soul searching. I love you, but this is getting a little bit ridiculous. This is past ridiculous. Past it. It's oh my god, I keep laughing just because of just the nerve and audacity of dude. Like, come on, my nigga. You wrong. It's two left feet. You wrong. And you mad at him because he's defending himself. Like, what else is he supposed to do? He's just supposed to sit there and just let you, you know, drag his name through the mud and tarnish his reputation. He's supposed to just do that. He's supposed to do that. Because you can't deal with a loss. Like, come on, my nigga. Nobody who is jealous of you or wants to see that. How much sense does that make? He spikes your water, but he's gonna cry outside of your dressing room because you won't let him in. Like that. Unless dude is narcissistic on that, to that degree, But even it's too many people who have personal dealings with him who are saying the polar opposite. Like, no, that's not his character. It even took a lot for him to come out and say the shit that he's saying. I don't think he wanted to go through this little social media back and forth with you, man. I mean, like you said, he played with your kids, man. He didn't want to tell. I'm sure he didn't want to take it there. Like, man, why can't we just have a discussion about this behind closed doors or something? Why couldn't you come to me behind, and tell? And why couldn't you do that? He fired. Nah, he not fired. Then he find out a month later or so that he fired. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, all you just I respect as far as your ideology is concerned, because your ideologies is just gaining the knowledge itself, because that's what I've the path and the venture that I've been on for the past 5 years. I respect that about you. I respect that about you. And you're still my brother at the end of the day. I respect that about you though, but that is the biggest slap in the face for any conscious black man, to fire the brother and keep the white boy. Like, come on, man. Keep the white boy who was in the same room as Tyson Fury as his hands was getting wrapped. Like, man, what are we doing, bro? come on, man. Like, and none of the LDBC niggas are telling you this. Them niggas are some other, allegedly pro-black brothers who are trying to crucify Mark Breland at your behest. Like, man, come on, my nigga. I don't know where you go from here, man. I don't know where you go. I didn't think you was done, and I still don't think you've done. I think it's still some good fights out there for you. Just on your rep, on your name alone. On your name alone, I think it's some good. You will be good on anybody. On any top heavyweights resume. You be good. You be a good name still, unless you go out there and you just get obliterated. I think you still in any fight because of that hand, that right hand. I think you are. I think you are. But I'm not gonna say it's 50-50 though. Not gonna say it's 50-50 because it's give and take. What's your punch resistance like after that? After what happened last, a year ago? What's your punch resistance like? Can you get that right hand before Dillian Wright gets a left hook off? Can you keep Andy Ruiz at bay before he gets them wild fast flurries off? I don't know, man, but I think you still got. I think you still got. I don't want to say promise, but I think you still. There's still good fights out there for you. But with your mental state, fam, I don't know. I don't know, because what I'm hearing after listening to this interview, I'm like, bro, you really sound lost. You sound lost. Lost. Be he's jealous of you because he's defending himself, man. People respect Mark Breland's background as a boxer and his resume and all he's done for the sport far more than they do you. There's no reason for him to be jealous, my dude. Yeah, like I had to do some research on Mark Breland myself because I'm not familiar with Mark Breland as a fighter. I'm only familiar with him through you. So I will most definitely be doing my homework on Mark Breland. But I do know that, he had an impeccable amateur background. They say he's one of the best amateurs to come out of the country. I know that much. But who he fought, I'm as a professional, I'm not sure. I think they said he did capture a world title. So I'm not too sure about, I'm not knowledgeable on his accomplishments in the sport, on from that paradigm. But I have heard some, really good things about Mark, really good things about the brother. So I don't think him being jealous of you is a credible stance that you can make or validate because everything he's done. And I don't think somebody who, that man want to see the best for you, man. You don't. I mean, despite was it you keeping him around, or was it you didn't have another? You didn't have a. I don't think there's no other trainer that would put up with the shit that Breland put up with. I don't. I really don't, because what the fighter does in the ring is always going to fall back on the trainer. And does any other trainer want to be mentioned with somebody who doesn't have a jab, who doesn't have footwork, who doesn't have an array of punches that they can throw? Does any other trainer want to be? Do they want to be labeled as that? Do they want that attached to their name and their resume? So was it you kept him around, or you didn't have a choice? Now I could be wrong on that one, but I don't think any other trainer would be, nah. They'd be like, nah, bro, nah, it just isn't happening. A man stuck with you for 10 plus, bro. Stuck with you for 10 plus. 10 plus. And dealt with, the not listening and training camps cut short and just all the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? All the bullshit, and he stuck by your side and saved your life. And if not your life, your health. If not your life, your health. You know, I heard you say something. If I'm willing to take a life, I got to be willing to, go down on that sword myself. Why? Why? Antonio Margarito said that same shit to Miguel Cotto in the second fight. He's like, for what? Like, this is a job. I ain't trying to die for my job. I got kids. I got babies, man. I'm trying to go home and be with my children. Life already ain't promised, man. So you harboring this mindset like that, it enhances you as a warrior. You're already a warrior, bro. You in a brutal sport. You in a gladiator arena. You there. Ain't nobody going, man, come on, man. Come on. Like it's ridiculous, man. If I'm willing to, come on, man. You willing to take a life? You willing to take a life? So you ready? You should be ready to give your life. How unfair is that to your children, man? To your wife? Have you ever came across a young widow? Like, come on, man. Just when you build a bond with somebody and that woman puts her life on the line to bring your babies into the world. That's a that's a bond right there. I just put all this stress and all this, my body through all this aggravation to bring. How many kids you got into this world? And you mean to tell me you wouldn't just disregard all that and and possibly die in the ring because you want to catch a M? Like, come on, bro. That's just ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous. And you, I think you do need help. I think you do need to see some sort of something because this is just ridiculous. That man is not jealous of you. He's hurt. He's hurt, and he has every right to be hurt. You gonna talk greasy about a nigga and then get mad when he do when he match your energy, bro. Like you. I don't know, man. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from you. I'm not as far as your mental state. And it's your fans are still enabling you. They still got they still gonna disregard these people. They clapping at Mark Braylon. Like, come on, man. Niggas is talking greasy about Mark because you anything that you say they gonna ride with. That's problematic. You're in the wrong, homie. You are 150% in the wrong. And you got a lot of yes men around you, so they're not gonna tell you. Hey, they're not gonna tell you. Just like they didn't tell you your water wasn't spiked, or that man didn't have egg weights in his glove. They didn't tell you that. They went with the lie because it was. I mean, shit, man. The truth is hard to deal with. The truth is hard to deal with at times, especially when you ain't been exposed to it. Your whole career is based off a lie. It is. So when that truth gets exposed to you, it's like, oh, like, whoa, this, what? Hold on, man. Hold on. It's a hard truth, man. But if you're not willing to face it, man, I wouldn't suggest you getting back in the ring. Because if you can't face that demon that you lost fair and square, I just think you need to go on ahead and retire, man. And I don't like saying that after a loss, but this loss in particular, this law and the way you lost to a dude who's a feather fisted fighter, I don't know what's gonna happen if you get in there with another top 10 heavyweight and suffer the same fate. That might be, you might fuck around and be on suicide watch. Man, I don't know, man. I think you need to get checked. I really do. I think you need to get checked and tested and see where your mental state is at. Sit in front of them psychiatrists. What do you see? What do you see? Get with one of them niggas, man, so they can get your mind right. And like I said before, put yourself in a position where you're willing to learn. Even at 35, you can still learn at 35. But how are you willing to learn? all in all, man, you need to. You got Mark Breland fucked up. You got everybody fucked up. Anybody with common sense, and these LDBC niggas who are supporting you got me fucked up. They are enabling you like a motherfucker, bro. Just accept the loss. Move on. If you ain't gonna apologize and make that shit right with Mark Breland like a real man would do, then just don't even do interviews about him no more. Just completely eradicate that man from your fucking psychoanalysis and keep it pushing. But like and subscribe, man. I'm out.